Hello everyone, hello beautiful people, and welcome back to Blinky'S Bloom. I'm Blinky, I'm a refugee, I'm a mom. I'm a woman who has tried to build a better life for her family in a world where we are constantly told we are not enough, in a world we are constantly told we don't belong, in a world we are constantly underlooked. And in today's video, I want to tell you my story. I want to share my story, but not just my story. The story of refugee families out there whose lives have just been paused, whose hope have just been thrown away. So we were placed to be resettled through the Welcome Corps to the United States. For a moment, we felt the breath of fresh air. For a moment, we felt like our lives have finally taken a U-turn. For a moment, we felt like, oh, this is it. The kids will go to school. We can actually work and give back. But to our greatest surprise, what happened was the opposite. We all know the policy that has been adopted in the United States right now that involves refugees. The refugee resettlement program has been suspended. Anything concerning the refugee has been suspended. And this has affected so many lives around the world. And in today's video, I want to talk about how this is affecting us and how we are coping with the situation. And I really want to understand and hope that all families who are involved in the resettlement program are also trying to cope with this situation. So just days ago, the UN office in China visited us, and their core reason of visiting us was because
this is my colleague.
I work for the partnership division. Building partnerships in China with private sectors.
Okay. Wow.
Over to Adriani.
Hi, my name is Adriani, and I'm the deputy representative of UNHCR. I want to set expectations today. I understand last year somebody had come to visit you as well.
Yeah. Last year, yeah.
Last year, two people.
Two people came to visit.
So, what's happened, of course, is that from last year we got an impression of how you were doing. But today we wanted to see you specifically because there have been changes since the political developments in the United States.
Yeah.
And it has impacted you specifically because you were a part of a program.
Yeah.
And that has been disappointing for all of us.
Yeah.
So the purpose today is to just follow up and see how you folks were doing. We wanted to hear your thoughts. And with this news that I'm sure is a bit of a life-changing because you were hoping for something really different for yourself.
Yeah.
We wanted to understand how you felt, but also what your planning is, how we're going to move forward for you and how we can move forward together with UNHCR. So over to you.
they wanted to find out, they wanted to know how we are coping with the current policy change in the United States, which involves our families specifically, because we're on that list and we're like, okay, hoping that our kids will start going to school. Our kids will have a foundation where they can at least go to school and we can at least work and give back to the society. At current, actually, we feel like our hopes are lost. Our dreams have all been shattered. But we know that there is still hope out there. Of course, there is hope out there. And the most important thing was about a family wanting better, a family wanting their kids to go to school, a family wanting to work and give back to the society, a family wanting a safe place to stay. We are at a point where we just have to accept these changes and start making changes to our lives and to other refugees who are out there whose lives have been put on pause, whose hopes have been put on pause. So, as we all know, United States takes the highest number of refugees every year. They even end up taking lesser than the amount of refugees they have to take each year because of the situation of sponsorship. Many a times, the United States Refugee Admission Program always lacks some sponsors who can show up to sponsor refugees all around the world. So most of the times, the resettlement situation into the United States is always lesser than the amount they actually want to resettle. So this year, it was all about looking for more ways and methods to resettle more refugees, because the US always under-resettle people because of sponsorship. So this year they decided that we are not meeting up to our target of resettlement. So why don't we invite family and friends to also come in and act as a resettlement sponsor, due to the fact that if we have a number of families who are out there in the United States who are United States citizens, they can actually come in and support the refugee resettlement program, so they can actually resettle many refugees into the United States. So at this point in time, the UN office and my family were just discussing about the current changes, how we can actually help other refugees in China who are also going through this situation. And for a moment, a situation that would have ended with us crying and being depressed and being lost turned out to be a situation where the UN and my family, that is my husband and I, we had to start pondering. Instead of lamenting, we started thinking of ways and methods of which we could help every refugee out there. And we came up with very brilliant ideas. The truth is, I won't pretend and I won't say that the current policy change hasn't affected me or hasn't shattered me inside. It has. Do you know what it means to have your children hope and dream, but you don't have anything to offer them? To live in a country where you're not allowed to work, you're not allowed to grow, you're not allowed to do any business. It's just like a reminder to you that you're invisible, especially as a Black refugee in China. It's different because just being Black, it's already an issue. And then being Black and a refugee, that's 2 in 1. So the truth is, I cried, I broke down, I was depressed, I was distressed. I asked myself, is this it? Is this how our story is going to end? For a moment, something shifted in me. There was this spark, there was this urge. When the UN sat down with us, we didn't just cry and lamented. We started giving suggestions. We started thinking, how do we help other refugees out there? How do we get a word out there that can actually uplift them, that can actually empower them, that can actually impact them? For a moment, my husband and I started giving suggestions. We asked the UN office, what if we teach refugees digital skills? What if we teach them how to survive online? What if we make them feel useful while they wait? And guess what? The UN told us that they have heard our suggestions, our proposals, and they are going to submit it for review and to the government to see how they can actually amend situations when it comes to the refugees in China. Mind you, China does not fully accept refugees. There are still resistance when it comes to refugees. The government is still trying to accept refugees into their countries. So what we suggested was just something that they wanted to give it as a try, and they said they were going to use our family as a trial family. And we said, okay, that's fine with us. The good news about all this was the UN started implementing these strategies. The UN started implementing these suggestions. For a moment, we felt like we are changing someone's life somewhere. This is great. Let's keep going. Let's keep changing lives. And that is why I'll be dedicating my channel, my entire channel, to impacting, inspiring, motivating, and creating skills for refugees and other individuals in same situation out there to try to strive, to try to be empowered, and to try to make something out of themselves. We also pondered about refugee kits. In China, we don't have the amount of money to send kids to school. No refugee is able to afford that amount of money. So at this point in time, we had to ponder what or how will our children survive now that they can't go to school. And even if they have to go to school, who is going to pay their school fees? We don't have such finances in our keeping. So how do we actually help these refugee kids, including my kids, to actually start school? And we suggested online schools. When I tell people my kid goes to an online school, they're like, yeah. So we suggested that these kids can have an online school where they can come together and learn, since we are spread all around China. And I don't know about other countries, but I know in the US, most of the refugee families there, they already have a means to send kids to school, and they work. For us, we don't work, so we don't have that finances to send kids to school. The only thing we could suggest was an online school, or for the UN to partnership with some schools to see if they can actually give us a program for our kids to learn. And truly, the UN started implementing this. I mean, right away, this is impacting. This is helping refugees out there. And we will not only end there. We will keep impacting refugees everywhere around the world. This is a global refugee movement we are starting. We are trying to create situations where refugees can actually feel useful, even while they wait. We don't know what might happen in future. We don't know if the policy is going to be amended or if the policy is going to be relooked. We don't know. We don't know the future. But for now, all we know is, how do we strategize to make other refugees out there feel like they can give back to their society? So our global refugee movement is all about helping refugees feel useful while they wait, helping refugees start learning skills while they wait, helping refugees start even earning money online while they wait, so that they can survive their families and help their families thrive. That is this global movement we are talking about. Digital skills, online jobs. What are some of the things we can teach and impact to the refugees who are out there in same situation, feeling frustrated, feeling lost? That is the main core or reason for the global refugee movement. My new mission has come to this: digital hope as a content creator, a life coach, and a mother. I've decided to dedicate my platform to impacting, empowering, uplifting, and inspiring refugees all around the world, be it physically, emotionally, psychologically, financially, whatever. We will start using these platforms to impact and to uplift refugees all around the world through Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I'm going to be leaving my Instagram and Facebook beneath. Please follow me and let's change lives. I'm now teaching digital skills, how to build online businesses, how to share your story, and how to make money without needing a work permit, and how to believe again even when your reality tells you not to. The truth is, it has always been my life mission to impact and empower people, no matter how small. I know I don't have much, but I know I've got the voice. I went ahead and invested in myself. I started exercising, which really greatly helped me with my mental health. It gave me mental clarity. It gave me mental focus. And ever since then, I haven't stopped, because that's what keeps me going. That's what makes me happy. The fact that I can wake up every day feeling like my mind is clear. I can focus to actually help other people in my daily life. So to every humanitarian, sponsorship groups or NGOs, we need you now. We need laptops, we need school programs, we need digital mentorship. You don't have to change the entire world. All you have to do is to reach out to one refugee around you and change their lives. And I believe this pause on our journey was God's way of redefining our purpose. Maybe we were not meant to journey. Maybe we were meant to stay and start seeing the bigger picture. And I believe this is just the beginning of a global refugee awakening. Refugees are not lazy. Refugees are not hopeless. Refugees are human beings with dreams. And today, we are choosing to start dreaming again. So please, if this story touched you, or you just have a refugee in your family, please like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and share this video to reach out to so many refugees out there, to many organizations out there who need to see this. And if you're a refugee out there, you are not forgotten, you are not weak, you are stronger than your situation. And to you watching me out there right now, you might not be a humanitarian or a sponsor group, but you can actually like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and share this video. Please do not forget to share this video. Keep sharing, keep liking, so that the algorithm can keep pushing this video to reach millions and millions of people out there. My name is Blinky. This is my story, and this is our journey to hope. Let's rise together. See you and bye. Hey guys, we have come to the end of the video, and I created this video series for you to get to know me, know who I am, what I do behind closed doors. I mean, aside from YouTube, what do I do? What is my passion? What do I really like doing? And also to get to know the lives we are touching daily. And guys, if this is your first time of seeing this face or coming across this video, I normally do a health and wellness channel. This recent series part I'm adding to this channel is just a get to know me part, and also a part where we create impact, and we can also connect with other refugees everywhere who will be sharing their stories on this series. Please, if that's something you would like to, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on your notification bells. And thanks for watching. See you and bye.